Topeka Hayden Wildcats and your Seaman Vikings. Now please stand and join the Seaman Show Choir under the direction of Mr. Randall Baum for the singing of our national anthem.
Great rendition of the national anthem sung by the Seaman Show Choir. So welcome on in here to Seaman High School. We've got a boys basketball matchup here for all of you against for the Seaman Vikings against the Hayden Wildcats. A good in-city rivalry matchup as we got here tonight. I'm Lane Gillespie, joined by my partner Aaron McGill. We just finished watching the girls basketball game, and unfortunately for the Seaman High School girls, they suffered their first loss of the season. So let's see if the Seaman Vikings can earn their first win of the season. You know, they come into this one 0-6. Hayden comes in 2-5.
Yeah, both great matchup for both teams here. And hopefully we can have a very competitive game here. But just moments away here. So I'll go through the starting lineup, starting off with Hayden. We got number 5, John Robert. We got number 10, Peyton Bartlett. Number 21, Cole Seaman. Number 23, Volcaro Triplet. Number 32, Noah Schottenheimer.
And for the Seaman Vikings, we have sophomore number 10, Mateo Hyman. Sophomore number 11, Dagan Brewer. Freshman number 13, Caden Bonner. Junior number 30, Michael Kovashevsky. And senior number 31, Drayton Foster. And we have a good matchup here for you guys tonight.
Yeah, great matchup. Both teams looking to, well, the Vikes trying to get their first win. Hayden Wildcats trying to get their third win. And very competitive game this year. Hayden Seaman, always very competitive game. One of their, one of Seaman's rivals is Hayden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking for an exciting matchup here.
Yeah, this one should be a fun one. You know, the last one, last season was a really fun one as well. It was a really close matchup last season all throughout. The one here at Seaman High School. Seaman High School really prevailed in the second half, getting the win against Hayden High School. And there was actually a fight that broke out towards the fourth quarter of that game last year involving Trey Duffy and a player for Hayden. Tip is up. Actually, it's Eric Patterson in starting off.
Yeah, he's been
instead of Dagan Brewer, but the Vikings will start it off.
Yeah.
And already a turnover going the Vikings' way. It'll go the other way to Hayden.
Not a good way to start the half here with a turnover. But let's see if the Vikes can rebound.
And on the other way, the Hayden Wildcats started off. And a bad pass on the other end, so it'll go the Vikings' way. Bit of anything you can do, I can do better, or maybe that I could do worse. So actually, another difference in starting lineups, instead of Peyton Bartlett for Hayden, it's Trey Bavarnik, number 11. But Mateo Hyman controls it out to the freshman, Caden Bonner, brother of Kobe Bonner, who played here at Seaman last season. And they'll control the tempo with Mateo Hyman with the pump fake, stepping back, and the jumper from the free throw line is off the mark. Hayden will take it the other way. And if you expect this game to get loud, it definitely will. This place is packed here at Seaman High School in Topeka, Kansas here in the rivalry matchup.
I said in the girls' game, Hayden and Shawnee Heights are the most attended games here at Seaman High School for basketball game-wise, and it's pretty evident.
Floater was no good. The long rebound went to Hyman as he got away with the carry. Here comes Kobashevsky on the drive. The high arcing layup, no. The follow, yes, from Eric Patterson Jr. The Vikings strike first, 2-0. Triplet outside, finds Roeder. And then they'll dish it inside, trying to get the post play to work, and they do. Noah Schneider with the bucket. Two to two, our score, almost a couple minutes into this one. If you're just joining us here on this Friday evening, it's a rivalry matchup between the Seaman Vikings and the Hayden Wildcats. And a jump ball, possession points towards Hayden. And if you missed the girls' game, the Lady Vikings were up pretty well to end off the first quarter and into the second quarter, and Hayden made one heck of a comeback to come back into this one. So it's been a crazy day so far. Don't expect that to be any different in this one. And in fact, the JV boys game, which was here in the main gym before the Lady Vikes game, Hayden won that one by 1 point in a game-winning free throw with 4 seconds left. Three-pointer off the mark. Kobashevsky gets the board. And the Vikings will control once again. Here comes Mateo Hyman.
So far, a lot of misses by both teams, as they've had a lot of shots up, but just haven't been able to let them fall yet.
Slow down the tempo. Eric Patterson on the left side, guarded by Kavarnik. Handed out to the other senior, Drayton Foster, and Kobashevsky will line up a three. That one's well short. And the long rebound goes to Hayden. He goes behind the back. Here comes Triplet. They don't have the numbers, but a no-look pass inside, and Cole Chisholm with the points. 4-2 Hayden.
And I would say the last possession for the Vikes, Kobashevsky, not a smart pass there. I mean, he was guarded. It was a deep three. It didn't really look like that shot had much chance at all.
But he does do pretty well behind the arc all season long, and he's one of the sharpshooters for this team. Also look out for Mateo Hyman and Caden Bonner to shoot it from outside.
Both of them have been superb so far this season.
Euro step and missed the layup from Mateo Hyman, and here comes Hayden once again. They want to push. And outside a wide open three, bang! John Roeder with a little stare down to his own bench after that one, 7-2.
So Hayden getting more sharp shooting than the Vikes so far. There's
a
three by Mateo Hyman.
Mateo makes the 3-point sign on the other end, and
like I said, very competitive game so far. About halfway through the first quarter.
And expect that to happen throughout the entire 32 minutes of this one if it doesn't go anymore. And over the last few years, we've got a lot of crazy matchups between Seaman and Hayden. They're pretty much every game between these two of the past 4 years have been pretty close. Inside, Kavarnik hits the layup, a bit guarded there from Patterson. 9-5 Hayden now. So you reach the halfway point of this opening quarter. Patterson controlling it outside. Three on the way, that's off the mark. And a deep pass, and now it's one-on-one inside. The layup is off the mark, and the rebound is tipped. Hayden gets it back, but a bad pass, it's stolen away. They don't have the numbers. Caden Bonner has it, he will drive, wants to shoot it, and a foul called on the shot. So Caden Bonner will go to the line for two. Call the foul on Vicario Triplet. Vicario, I should say. My apologies for any mispronunciations. Caden Bonner at the line, make it a one-possession game. Nails the first one, so it makes it a 3-point game. First substitution for Seaman Vikings, Dagan Brewer comes in for Micah Kobashevsky.
Yeah, Caden Bonner really trying to grow in his brother's footsteps as Kobe Bonner played very well here at Seaman High School the last couple of years, and his little brother trying to do the same.
Yeah, Kobe Bonner did pretty well as a one guard. A pass inside. We have a foul called inside. They're not going to count the layup. It's going to be on Seaman, so that just took away 2 points from Hayden, and Drayton Foster will be called for the foul, and Reed Cowan will check in for him.
That is one thing Foster has struggled with this season, as he has been very foul happy in the games he's played in.
Cade Pavlik checks in for Trey Pavarnik for Hayden as well, as we've reached near the 3-minute mark. The pass was knocked away from Brewer, but Hayden will reset up top with 3 to go here in the first. And a bit of a zone defense from Seaman, and a 3 on the way. Got it. John Roeder hit that one again, his second 3 of the night so far.
Yeah, 2 for 2 so far tonight, starting for a 3-point for him.
Vikings looking to answer. Patterson wants to look in, but he's going to have to go out to Mateo Hyman. He has some spacing, fires a 3. It's too strong, but an offensive board from Brewer. Bonner will try again. That's too strong as well, and the rebound goes to Hayden. But poor shot selection here from the Vikings. The other way, 3 on the way from Hayden is off the mark. Pavlik with the miss. Seaman with the board. Here comes Hyman.
Yeah, Vikes really need a basket here down early. They're no stranger to being down so far this season, but they have been really able to keep games competitive as they try to get their first win tonight.
Brewer outside, faked it, tried to go inside with the lefty layup as well short. He got it back, and he lays it in. It's back to a 1-possession game. Seaman down by 3 in the early going.
Brewer, you know, really a new face here for the Vikes. Wasn't had any starting varsity minutes last game.
Roeder does it again. That's his 3rd tray of the night so far. He's got 9 of Hayden's 15. Mateo Hyman spins, and they're going to call a foul inside before a shot was up.
Yeah, if I was the Vikes, I got to, double team Roeder, as he, has been perfect behind the arc so far. And right now, just cannot miss.
Foul called on the Vicario triplet. Second team foul for Hayden, and Kovaševski will check right back in for Caden Bonner. That's also the second foul on triplet. He's got both fouls for Hayden. Minute 24 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, so far we've seen Hayden really be able to score at will, as they've taken an early advantage here, as Vikes really need a basket.
Cowan short on the layup, and a contact, nothing called. And Hayden will take it the other way, trying to extend their lead to make it a 3-possession game in the early going. Roeder wanted to try again, but makes a great pass inside. Layup good from Cade Pavlik, the 6'2" senior. It's an 8-point game. Hayden up top. Brewer wanted to try, instead he spins, a hanging shot, that's too strong. Hyman with the board. He wants to go up strong and does, and a foul called on the shot, and Hyman will go back to the line. Cole Chisholm will be called with a foul. Hyman to shoot 2. He was a perfect 2 for 2 on the first trip. Actually, that was Caden Bonner. That was not Mateo Hyman. First one good to go. Seaman a perfect 3 for 3 of the free throw line in the first quarter. Drayton Foster will check back in for Eric Patterson.
Patterson went out early in the first quarter, or first part of this half, and then hasn't played much since. He went in there a little bit again.
Second one off the mark, and the rebound goes to Hayden. As, by the way, Caden Bonner going to the scores table. He'll check in the next whistle.
No, I really think Caden Bonner and Mateo Hyman is really the new face of the Vikings, as you have 2 sophomores.
Yep.
Still got a lot of time left. They're, really good here for the Vikes. Been able to, just play very well. I just think they're going to be the new face in this next upcoming years.
Looks like Hayden will hold for the final shot as we got 12 to go. And outside, it's Roeder, who's been on fire so far in the first quarter. Roeder on the drive, lost the ball. That might be off of him. Yes, it is. Vikings will take it the other way and see if they can end the first quarter on a strong note. Caden Bonner will come in for Reed Cowan.
Looks like Hayden here is going to play a man, full court man here.
Yeah, a bit of a press, but they get it to Bonner. Here comes Kovaševski. He's got 2 seconds. He's got to put it up. And that is blocked at the buzzer. And what a way for Hayden to start. They have a 7-point lead at the end of 1.
Yeah, it's really been shown that Hayden can score and score fast. As we have, John Roeder being able to score, 3 for 3 behind the arc, and has, pretty much over half of their points.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Seaman Vikings, we kind of talked about this together you know, before this game, Seaman has the playmakers. They are a young team, however. They're a very young team. They had, what was it, 7 seniors last season?
Yeah,
Seven
they had 7 seniors graduate this year. And they only have 2 this year with Drayton Foster and Eric Patterson Jr. So
yeah, like we said, a very young team. But they have the playmakers. It's just very inconsistent with this team. And
yeah,
it's a reason why
they just haven't been able to be two-dimensional. You know, they haven't. One game they'll be really good at playing defense, and not allow a team to score a lot of points. But then the next game they'll have no defense and just get run over. So they haven't found their groove yet, and that's what they're trying to do tonight.
It kind of showed in their very first game when they played against Lansing. They were up pretty well, and they just let the game get away from them. They lost that game by 2. Although both of these teams, they're pretty even scoring-wise. They both actually average 46 points a game. Actually, their scoring differential is just off by 0.1 points.
That's why we said it was going to be such a tight game, as their point differential is just so close.
Well, let's see how Seaman responds to the hot shooting from Hayden and a foul inside. I think it'll be on Pivarnik, I should say. It is his first team's 4th.
Foul on Trey Pivarnik, his first personal. Wildcats 14 foul.
Amount of Foster, and I was about to say, I think they're going to get it out to a guard real quickly. Kind of work the perimeter. Inside it's Foster. He turns. He tried to get past and a foul called on Pivarnik. They don't like it, but it looked like he was shuffling his feet.
So 2 quick fouls for Trey Pivarnik.
Yep, he's going to check out. And checking in for him will be Noah Schneider, a 6'4" senior. Pivarnik, 6'3" junior, and it looked like he kind of let his temper go after that one. He's got to kind of watch himself after a couple of fouls. And the 15th foul on Hayden.
Yeah, the Vikes only have 1 foul here.
Layup off the mark. Hayden Brewer going up strong. Gets the layup to go on the second chance points. A 5-point game now. Eric Patterson goes to scores table, probably to get a little bit more size onto the court. Roeder outside gets past Hyman. A fadeaway shot is well short. And a foul called on Roeder, and it looked like he just went in strong to try to rip it from Kobuszewski. They kind of stare each other down after the whistle, and
yeah, I'm not sure.
I think Roeder's hurt. He's holding his head. He was holding his face earlier.
Yeah, he was trying to go in. Trying to play that press coverage against Kobuszewski, but
he's going to check out, and as he should.
As he tried to go in there, Kobuszewski tried to drive and just got, I believe, maybe the side of his face, maybe his forehead or something like that.
Well, I think they're probably going to check him for a concussion because he was holding his head afterwards. Patterson checked in for Kobuszewski.
That could be crucial if he does not come back.
Very. He had 3 3-pointers in the first quarter for Hayden.
So the Vikes only 1 foul away from going to the double bonus.
And a travel called on Caden Bonner. Looked like he shuffled his feet before he drove. Dagan Brewer going in front of him saying that you should have shot that. It looked like he had a bit of spacing. Instead, he wanted to drive it. Hayden looking to respond, trying to finally get some points on the board here in this quarter, although we're only a minute 15 into the second quarter.
Yeah, Vikes trying to stop the so far high explosive offense of Hayden.
A wide open 3 is good from Cade Pavlik. It looked like both of the big men tried to stop Noah Schneider inside, and they just let a guy open. Back to an 8-point lead for Hayden. On the drive is Hyman. That's off the side of the backboard, and here comes Hayden once again. Thought Pavlik was going to try again, maybe a bit of a heat check, but inside a great pass, and another great pass that was actually knocked away. Everybody dives after it, and Hayden still keeps it alive. What a play. Pavlik hits the 3. What a play for Hayden.
The Vikes just could not get the ball in their possession. Just multiple people had the ball.
Bonner responds on the other end.
Caden Bonner for 3.
As of right now, it's just been a 3-point shooting game.
And it looked like Schneider and Foster were exchanging words, and Schneider saying, "Why are you stopping play?" I don't think they should have stopped play.
In for the Wildcats, Trent
Yeah, it takes a momentum check here.
Yeah. That just stops any and all momentum for everybody if you stop a play for that. 8-point game for Hayden. It has been kind of back and forth. Expect this one to be chippy in a bit. Just about 5.5 to go in the first half. Zone defense for Seaman, and a travel called on Noah Schneider. We'll go the other way.
Vikes here trying to play all 5 players out in the box, and now they bring 2 in.
Brewer kicks it out to Foster, up top to Patterson. As he looks to drive, he spins, hangs, just off the mark. It just rolled off. It wasn't the worst shot in the world. Here comes Hayden. They look to push, splitting the defense, and he lays it in. Vicario triplet with the shot.
Vicario triplet.
Hyman looking to answer, and a foul called inside on Hayden. That puts Seaman in the bonus, so Mateo Hyman's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. And they're going to call that foul on Jake Mueller. The freshman. Kobashevsky will check back in. We're going to have a timeout called by Hayden, actually.
So Hayden increasing their lead to 10, as that's the largest lead of the game. And they've been, I mean, you had 2 straight threes there by Hayden earlier in the half. But, I mean, the Vikes just doesn't have an answer. I mean, they're looking for something inside. But really, they just can't stop the outside arcing shots by Hayden.
It looks like they're expecting them to go a little bit more inside. You know, they have a bit more size on the Vikings, but, you know, they could still be great shooters. You know, Hayden is known for, you know, their great players in the past. They have a couple players that played in Division I college, one for Creighton, one for Cincinnati. Forget the one for Creighton, but Zach Harvey's the one that plays at Cincinnati.
Yeah, Vikes really needed some points on that possession, as Hayden really has controlled the game points-wise, just finding the open shot, unlike Seaman.
As they wait for a play from their head coach, Dory Head. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half, Roeder looking in. Outside, it's Trent Duffy, the brother of Trey Duffy, who played here at Seaman last season, now plays Kansas Wesleyan in Salina, Kansas. Pass inside as they work outside. Pavlik pump fakes. He'll step up. The jumper is short. That may have been blocked. The crowd will still chant air ball, but I think it was just because it was tipped. Brewer on the drive baseline, and a blocking foul called on Pavlik. So it will be Dagan Brewer going to the line for a 1-and-1. The 9th foul on Hayden with under 1.5 minutes to go in the first half.
So one thing that is good for the Vikes, you know, in past games, they've really gotten into foul trouble and scored, you know, gotten a lot of fouls in the half, but it's really been the other way around.
This is the front end, but they're going to call a jump ball as Patterson ripped the rebound away. Possession arrow stays to Seaman.
For a second there, we saw Callan and Patterson fighting for the rebound, which was like, well, you're on the same team. What the heck are you doing?
Brewer to inbound. And it's okay if Cowan crosses the line, as it's a new possession. Everybody, I think head coach Craig Cox is kind of shocked that Cowan was taking the ball up.
But we see Hayden playing a little zone, but with man-to-man principles.
Hyman pump fakes. He drives, stepping back. He'll slow it down. Bit of a double team and a great pass inside, and Patterson will lay it in. Looked like he could have jammed that from in there. But with under 1 minute to go, it's a 6-point game. Seaman student section finally starting to come back to life, at least a little bit. Roeder outside on the drive, kind of stumbles, and the shot is blocked by Cowan, taken by Seaman. Here they come, they have the numbers, but they will probably look to slow it down. Hyman on the drive, had it knocked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Seaman.
Yeah, both defenders of Vikings and the Wildcats get knocked down there, and the ball just tipped out. Last touch by the Vikings.
30 seconds to go in the first half.
Is it possible that the Hayden could work for the final shot?
And it's knocked away and stolen by Seaman. Here comes Cowan.
The pass too high there for number 32, Noah Schleifer.
Hyman will control it for the last shot, maybe make it a 3 or maybe a 4-point game. And he'll probably go with about 8 to go. Here comes Hyman stepping back, fires a 3. Too strong, Cowan with the rebound, got to get a shot up, no good. It's taken by Hayden, full court shot is well short at the buzzer, and the first half comes to an end. It's still a close one, by no means is it an offensive game. It's 25-19 Hayden at the end of one. What did you see from Seaman so far?
I mean, Seaman's really been working from behind all game. Hayden really got into the game, you know, really quick, really fast, scored a lot of points. So far, the Mike's really trying to find an answer to get ahead. They work to stay with Hayden, but it's still been Hayden just coming back and still with this lead. Mike's really need to find a way to come back and get it to score a lot of points really fast.
Well, we'll take a break for halftime. Halftime for this game will be about 15 minutes, so we'll be back at about that point. Check back in at about 14, 15 minutes. The second half action. This one should be a fun one. You are watching SVTV Live.
Welcome to Seaman Viscount's dance team performing their hip hop routine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw your attention to the south end of the gymnasium. Tonight we'd like to give a thanks to these community leaders who volunteer countless hours to lead the future of our public schools. Our Board of Education is comprised of 7 individuals whose decisions impact the future of every child in our school and our greater school community. They attend specialized professional development to stay on top of educational issues and trends, develop policies, and make important decisions that help shape the future of our district, and they do this all on a volunteer basis. The men and women serving Seaman USD 345 and in their years of service are Michelle Caudill, 1 week, Keith Griffin, 2 years, Sherry Sage, 4 years, James Adams, 10 years, Frank Henderson, 14 years, Carl Norton, 4 years, and our current board vice president, Fred Patton, 17 years and current board president. Our Board of Education are advocates for our community, our children, and our public schools. They are committed to providing an excellent education for every child. We are grateful to have this opportunity to formally say thank you to each of them. Let's give them a big round of applause. The entire Seaman community would like to take this time to welcome back the 1977-78 and 1978-79 Lady Vikes basketball teams to be recognized this evening. The 77-78 team was the first girls basketball team in school history to qualify for the state basketball tournament, and they repeated that feat the following season. Under the direction of legendary coach Dwayne Melvin, the 77-78 team beat Washburn Rural in the sub-state final 42-27 to qualify for state. That year, the Lady Vikes demonstrated aggressive defense and held their opponents under 40 points per game. The following season, the success carried over, and the Lady Vikes won 7 out of their last 8 games and went on to beat Shawnee Heights in the sub-state final, avenging 2 losses earlier in the season. Their competitiveness, aggressiveness, dedication, and determination helped set the tone for 14 other Lady Vikes basketball teams to follow their footsteps on their way to playing in the state tournament. I'd like to recognize the team members in attendance tonight. Please step forward when your name is called. Janelle Slocum, Brenda Brower, Deanna Stahlbaumer Evans, Kelly Sparks McGillis, Mary Schmidt Duncan, Debbie Jackson Tarwater, Brenda Founts Linder, Debbie Burdick Edwards, Abby Hilaire Dillard, Linda Inman, Debbie Sparks Tenpenny, Cabrini Heslop Plummer, Peggy Dooley Scheidegger, Jennifer Johnson Winchester. Representing the late Julie Rogers is her daughter, Kathleen McGovern. Julie is one of the all-time greats to play at Seaman High. Julie ranked 5th all-time in single-season scoring and 9th all-time in career scoring. During the 79-80 season, Julie was selected as Centennial League Player of the Year along with all league and all city owners. Representing the late head coach Dwayne Melvin is his daughter, Donna Kirkwood. Coach Melvin was a 1944 graduate of Seaman High School and was All-State in both basketball and football. Coach Melvin was a legendary teacher and coach at Seaman for 26 years, and his influence lives on in the Seaman community today. A friend to everyone, Coach Melvin believed in his players, and in return, they learned to believe in themselves. He inspired them to reach their fullest potential. So we have a big round of applause and welcome back the 78-79 state qualifying basketball team.
welcome all of you back. We're about to get started with second half action here between the Seaman Vikings and the Hayden Wildcats. Currently the Wildcats lead 25-19 after one half. Now, I'm Lane Gillespie alongside Aaron McGill. Aaron, what have you seen from Seaman?
I mean, we've seen a team that's been behind all game. I mean, the Wildcats got off to a hot start of the game. Really shot like lights out, especially behind the arc. And the Vikes really weren't able to keep up. They didn't let the game get out of hand.
Yeah.
But they're still able to keep up. You know, they're only down by 6. You know, not Wildcats' smallest lead of the game. I mean, at one point it was
10 at one point.
Yeah,
it was double digits.
Yeah, it was double digits.
Right.
The Vikes really need to get some offensive going to get back in this game. They have an opportunity to get back in this game. Both teams are very well, I should say, versed and matched up very equally. We'll just see how it turns out.
Hayden starts it off, driving pitch for the 3 is off the mark. Seaman recovers and will look to try to trim this deficit and see if they can make it a 4-point game, maybe a 3-point game to start off the second half. And boy, would it be a good momentum for them if they did.
Yeah, Seaman just wants all those misses to happen all the time. Like I said, Hayden was shooting lights out behind the arc earlier this game, and each miss means they can cut in this deficit.
Patterson controlling, defender falls down. Hyman will control it, looking around for something. So slowing it down, Hyman will try to take it himself, spins inside, bit of contact. No good, Hyman looked to chase it down and still is, but Hayden has it. Roeder taking it up and looking to push. Roeder with a great bounce pass inside, and the layup is good from Cole Chisholm.
That's only Cole Chisholm's second basket of the game as he was shut down in the second quarter.
An 8-point lead for Hayden now. Seaman looking to respond in a bit of a defensive game. You know, we mentioned both of these teams average 46 points a game. Hook shot off the mark for Foster. Layup good, plus the foul. Eric Patterson going in for the potential 3-point play.
Now the student section of the Vikes stands up with the first basket for the Vikings.
And the foul called on Cole Chisholm, his second. As Hayden, you know, was in a bit of foul trouble. They did get 19 fouls. Free throw good, a bit of a flat shot, but able to get the roll and get it to go. It is a 5-point game now.
So the Vikes come back in with a 1-point jab at that lead for Hayden.
Yep.
See if Hayden can, hoping Hayden misses here to try to get back into a 1-possession game.
And a bad pass, and Patterson saves it from going out of bounds, and he saves it right to Hyman, and Seaman takes it the other way.
You know, Patterson is just so tall and can stretch out wide that only him would be able to get that ball back in and not be a turnover for the Vikings.
Pretty fast as well, pretty quick wit. He is also a track athlete, and a foul called on Noah Schneider for Hayden. Already the second foul for Hayden in the half. Kobachevsky will inbound for Seaman. And inbound to Bonner, and it's knocked away and stolen, and a foul called on Bonner. Great defense from John Roeder for Hayden, and it'll go the other way.
Honestly, that's a smart foul by Bonner. I mean,
yep.
That's only your first of the half.
It was very close for it being a clear path foul, but he was right beside him, so a good no call there. 3 on the way, got it. It was Vicario triplet, then all over the game. He was in the first half. Deficit is back to 8 for Seaman.
Like I said,
Hyman will try to answer, and he does. Craig Cox wanted a foul inside on Hayden. They didn't get it.
I mean, yeah, I can see Coach Cox's point as Foster was, I don't know if he was forced to the ground, but he fell down.
And a good job from Eric Patterson to rip it away. It's a jump ball. It is Seaman's ball.
Like I said, 1-possession game if they get a basket here.
Brewer checking for Bonner. 5.5 to go. There's still plenty of time. Anything can happen. We've got a lot of basketball left. It is only a 5-point game in this rivalry between Seaman and Hayden. 30-25 our score. Kobachevsky gets a screen, the turnaround shot. Good to go, it's a 1-possession game.
Kobachevsky been quiet all night, but first points in a crucial minute one possession game. Seaman Vikings with all the momentum.
About 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A bit of a jab step from, it was Triplett, and a shot on the way is off the mark. The Vikings have it. They can make it a 1-point game or tie it up. Here comes Hyman. Hyman going behind the back. And he'll slow it down. He wants to drive. He wants to take it a behind the back pass, trying to get it into Patterson. Patterson somehow gets the ball inside, and a foul called on Hayden as he tumbles to the floor. That's the third team foul on Hayden already, and it is on Trey Pavarnik, which I believe is his third foul. Yes, it is. He'll have to check out, and checking in for him is Cade Pavlik.
Cade Pavlik been very lights out tonight behind the arc, and I mean, if you're the Wildcats fan, I mean, you're not too opposed with that substitution, as both players are very good.
Brewer has it up top, out to Foster, who's open, but he's not much of a perimeter shooter, and just a poor selection of a pass inside. He'll go the other way. Careless turnover, and here comes Hayden.
That's just great defense by Hayden.
Roeder is wide open, but he misses the shot, and it's ripped away from Patterson, who gets the board, and Seaman will take it back. Bit of a gimme.
Yeah, that could have been a momentum shifter for the Wildcats, as they had a wide open three. Been very good tonight so far, just to get back, with a better lead.
Brewer outside looking to drive baseline, tried to kick it in, but it was too high for Patterson. He didn't expect it, and it's stolen away. And the Wildcats on the drive is Triplett. Double teamed and a foul called on the shot. He'll go to the line. I think it'll be on Drayton Foster or Mateo Hyman. It'll be one or the other. The official says it will be on Drayton Foster. The second team foul on Seaman, and the third for Foster. Caden Barner will have to check in, and they're going to say it's a foul on the floor, although an official said it was a shooting foul.
Yeah, and that's happened actually a couple of times tonight, especially for Hayden, as Hayden's made the shot, but they said it didn't count.
They say inbound. But an open three for Pavlik on the corner is too strong. Rebounded from Seaman, so another gimme for Seaman.
Yeah, Hayden's just giving Seaman opportunities to come back here. The Vikes.
Inside Patterson, tough shot blocked. It was all ball. And Patterson got away with a foul, and here comes Hayden. Roeder on the corner. Wanted to get a shot off, but instead he'll just give it out. Pavlik pump fakes. Stops, and a great pass inside. Turnaround shot goes. Joe Otting, his first bucket of the evening, the 6'3" freshman.
Not much Seaman could do there. I mean, he would just pump faked. After he pump faked for the second time.
Brewer will try a three, and he nails it. It's a 2-point game.
Like I said, Brewer, a new face here on the Vikes. I don't think he was even on the team last year, but he's become a real factor for opposing defenses, as he's able to be a very lights-out shooter.
Triplett hits the floater plus the foul. Eric Patterson with the harm. Go to the line for the potential 3-point play. It's been back and forth. 2 is the closest deficit that we've had so far tonight, but Hayden somehow finds a way to answer.
And that's been them all game. They've been able to find a way just to stay in it with Seaman. If Seaman's trying to come away with it, they always find a way to get back.
Hayden will press. It's a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. And we all saw how the press went for them against Topeka West. But Brewer a three. He got it to go! We're back at 2. 35-33 Hayden. And a pass inside to Otting. Guarded well from Cowan, but he somehow gets past him. And that's an offensive foul called on Joe Otting. Eric Patterson there to draw the charge. It'll go the other way.
Not a smart foul there by the Hayden Wildcats, as right now the Vikes have all the momentum, and we're waiting. We're like, okay, the Vikes are down here at halftime. They could really go on a run if they have a good locker room talk here and create some mistakes for the Hayden Wildcats, and here they are trying to take their first lead of the game.
2 to tie, 3 to lead. Patterson spins, lost the ball, got it back, 20 to go up. He does, and the shot is blocked and taken by Hayden. I don't know what Patterson was doing, just sitting there.
Should have just kicked it outside to reset, but it's costly turnover again.
Pavlik on the drive, lost it. And Seaman has it again.
There's turnovers right and left for both teams.
Hyman wanted to pop it. He does from the elbow. Rattles out, and Hayden gets the board. Nobody inside for Seaman. But they do have the numbers on the other end, and Triplett was open, but he passes up the open three to drive it, and he kicks it out. Pavlik up top finds Roeder, who wanted to pop it, but Hyman closes in on him. Up top, it's Moeller. And they'll slow it down. Triplett wanted to pop it there, and he lost the ball. It's out of bounds, and it's Vikings ball hit off of his foot. And Nathan Zefferjohn will check in for the first time for Seaman. Patterson will check out.
Yeah, one thing about Patterson is he sometimes can be all over the place. He, just tries full force all the time to get the ball, which, that's great.
He's tall and athletic.
But sometimes
Kick ball and Hayden.
That's not what you need. That's not what they're looking for.
Minute 10 to go in the third quarter. A 2-point game. Hayden with the lead, 35-33. And an inbound, and Mateo Hyman will control it up top. Once again, 2 to tie, 3 to lead. Here to close out the third quarter with just about a minute left. Hyman on the outside, kicks it out to Bonner. They'll slow it down. Under a minute to go. Here's Hyman again to the corner. Trying to get it into Zefferjohn. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Zefferjohn. They're going to have a discussion over this.
A little confusion on who touched it last. It definitely looked like Hayden touched it last. I'm not sure why.
It's going to be Seaman's ball.
Yeah. Definitely last looked like it was touched by number 5 of John Roberts. As there's going to be, I believe Hayden's going to call a timeout here.
We're going to have an argument. I didn't know if they called a warning or if they, he's going to have to be restrained, and they're going to call a timeout. Head coach Torrey Head being restrained by his assistants.
So
I don't blame him,
Yeah.
I couldn't quite tell. It was a bit 50-50, and it was a bit 50-50. Could have gone either way. I don't know if the wards changing the call from the guy on the perimeter when the guy on the baseline made the call.
Yeah, but
that could be another gimme for Seaman.
That could be crucial.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Seaman has many opportunities to take the lead, tie it here. They haven't been able to convert yet, but another opportunity here. They have all the momentum. This could be really a monumental possession for the Vikes here.
The tallest player is 6 foot. Cowan hits the jumper. We're tied at 35.
They just left Cowan wide open. He just goes, yeet.
Yeet. That's a new one that we've used in a broadcast. I've never used that, but I'm more of a play-by-play guy. I don't have as much of the personality of a color guy. At least I try. Knocked away. They're going to call a foul on Reed Cowan on the outside. It's the 4th foul on Seaman for this half. Cowan's first, luckily, for Seaman. Cowan, he hasn't really done much on the scoreboard, but he has been pretty productive, at least defensively.
I feel like just so far he's been a better player. Not, I wouldn't say offensive, like scoring-wise, as he hasn't been able to have much shot. I mean, he had that crucial shot just a little bit of seconds ago, but just defensively, he's been, I feel like, a better player than Foster and Patterson, and really, I feel like Coach Cox has really understood that and realized that, and that's why he's out there.
Hayden will hold for the last shot of the third quarter, see if he can get some momentum heading into the fourth. Triplett outside to Roeder, back to Triplett, 3 to shoot. Triplett on the drive, kicked it inside, shot up, counted and 1 with .1 on the game clock in the third. Joe Otting again, that's his second and 1 of the quarter. And the foul called on Reed Cowan is second.
So 2 quick fouls there by Reed Cowan. Maybe he got his emotions too out of the hand there. As I just said, he's been a very good player so far.
Yep.
But maybe that's just the announcer's jinx. Who knows?
Free throw goes for Otting, .1, so you can't legally have a jumper, so that's just going to end the third quarter. And it has been a comeback from Seaman. They did tie it with about 50 seconds left, and it is a 3-point game. The Hayden Wildcats are ahead of the Seaman Vikings 38-35. 3 down, 1 to go. If you're just tuning in, where the heck have you been? This has been a fun one here, and it's going to end a fun one here at Seaman High School.
Yeah, we had talked about, especially at the beginning of the game, how this game very well matched. These teams are very close to each other, point differential wise, how they play, I should say. So like I said, going to be very competitive towards the end. We are hoping for that, and it might just come down to the wire to see who gets the win. Mike's looking for their first win of the season so far, 0-6 on the season. Hayden's trying to look for I believe their third win
Yeah, you're right.
As they're 2-4 on the season.
What improved for Seaman to get back into this?
Yeah, I mean, Seaman was down by 6, I believe, at halftime. Really, we probably just in the locker room talking, realize, they just run the offense, trying to find the good open shot. They have been able to do that so far. Tied it here, but like all game, Hayden just had an answer all night long.
Possession arrow points to Hayden, so they will start off with the ball for the fourth quarter. Triple that handoff to Roeder. They'll work the perimeter, probably slow things down as Chisholm almost got away with a walk. Almost a great look inside. It was a good idea, but it goes past everybody and almost hits a cheerleader, so it'll go the other way.
Kind of looked like that play there was kind of like a pre-game drill as they were just passing it back and forth behind the arc. One man cuts in for the easy layup, but just off the mark there.
Hyman for the tie. That's too strong. Rebounded by Hayden. A deep pass out to Roeder, knocked away. They're going to call a foul on Hyman.
Foul on Mateo Hyman.
Team 6, so the next foul will put Hayden in the bonus. That's the second foul on Hyman. Inbound to Triplet. Outside, they work the perimeter once again. That's something they've done all game long. They've done pretty well from outside the arc, and here they try it again. And he got it! Cade Pavlik puts Hayden up by 6.
Cade Pavlik just has an answer coming off the bench. Has had an answer for the Wildcats here, getting crucial shots all night.
Brewer on the drive to the bucket, hits it off the glass. It looks like Pivarnik was trying to draw the charge and Brewer was able to get out of the way. 4-point game, under 7 to go. Pavlik almost shot that one, which would have been a heat check. Roeder hasn't really done much since the first quarter. He tries a step back shot. That's too short, rebounded by Foster.
So one thing to note is that Cowan and I believe it is Sefferjohn that came out. They were in at the end of the third quarter, but now we see Patterson and Foster back out there.
It's the starting 5 for Seaman in the ball game, and a bad pass out of bounds, last touch by Hayden. As it looks like. Both Brewer almost got away with a charge.
Both teams been very aggressive all game, just getting in each other's way. Not to the point where they are getting over aggressive and causing some fouls, but it's just been very aggressive, and we're used to that. It's Hayden versus Seaman.
Absolutely, it's a rivalry game. Bound to get physical. Bonner outside, kicks out to Brewer. Brewer spinning, and a foul called before the shot. It'll be an inbound for Seaman, and the 15th foul on Hayden. They're going to call that one on Cole Chisholm. I think that's his third. It is. The last time Seaman was in a close game, it was their very first game against Hayden. Drayton Foster missed the game-time layup at the dying seconds of the ball game. Brewer outside finds Drayton Foster, who gets double teamed. He has to kick it out. He does to Brewer. He launches a 3. That's no good. Brewer's the only one that went after it, and he lays it in. How about that for a turnaround? A 2-point game here with 5:45 to go.
Like I said, do not count the Vikes out as they have an answer, as it's very competitive here. Both teams cannot get a stop at all.
Foul called on Drayton Foster. That'll put Seaman in the bonus. Some people wanted to travel, but it looked like a foul happened first. That's the 4th foul on Foster. Kobashevsky will check in. Gonna check in for Patterson, but Cox is saying check in for Drayton. And he does. Trey Pivarnik at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Where Hayden is now in the bonus with 17 fouls on Seaman. This is a big free throw. The front end is good.
Trey Pivarnik picks up his first point of the game.
Wow.
He's a starter, so he's been shut down all game. Trying to get a second.
Got it. 5-point game once again.
I mean, we've been mentioning
4-point. I apologize. It's a 4-point game.
Pivarnik has been very, well, I mean, we've said his name a lot, just on the defensive side of things.
Inside, what a fake from Hyman, and he lays it in. Both teams nearing their scoring average of 46 a game. 43-41 Hayden.
Yeah, we could get there for both teams, as it's been very shooting heavy for both teams.
And an offensive foul called on Hayden. It's on Cole Chisholm, his 4th foul, and Eric Patterson draws his 2nd charge of the ball game. The 6th, offensive fouls charges do not count as team fouls, so the team foul still sticks. I apologize, it's different for high school. It is the 6th team foul.
Cole Chisholm's going to come out of the game. So 2 players on both teams, Drayton Foster, Cole Chisholm, have had very dominant this game, both in foul trouble.
You guys don't see it on camera, but behind us and to our sides there are a bunch of people standing here behind the stands watching this close game because there really aren't any seats left here at Seaman High School. Seaman with a chance to tie or take the lead. Bonner for the lead, well off the mark. Hyman with the board, turns, lays it up, got it! Tied at 43.
Hyman, I think, is a very smart start for Craig Cox as he started this game, and he's really controlled the game. And he was very good his freshman year, but didn't get much varsity minutes. But a real factor tonight.
Roeder with the step back, he'll kick it into Triplett. Now Pivarnik with a double team. Almost an offensive foul, but it's stolen. Here comes Seaman, they have a chance to take the lead. Bonner outside, now on the drive. Layup blocked by Roeder, and they have numbers. 1-on-1 to Triplett, got the layup. But that should have been an offensive interference because he grabbed the rim before the ball went through the net. That should have been an offensive interference. Instead, it goes the other way.
Should have been, but no call. 2-point game.
We're outside, some tough passes. Bonner wide open for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Hayden. Bonner tried to poke it from behind. Here comes Roeder. 3.5 to go, Triplett walked. Foster will check back in, he will check in for, we don't know yet because Hayden called a timeout, Seaman called a timeout. 45-43, Hayden up. Boy, oh boy, we got a good one here in the last 3:35, plus possible. Good OT.
Yeah, like you said, both teams reaching their points per game, I believe.
Our scoring average, yeah.
Yeah, scoring average, as we have both 45-43, still about 3.5, still a lot of ball left to play. I mean,
oh yeah.
This could, like I said, could come down to the wire. I would not be surprised if it goes into extra minutes.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, a bunch of these games go into overtime. We mentioned before, you know, Seaman and Hayden have had a bunch of close games over the past few years. This is no different. It's a coveted rivalry, and you know, even though these two schools are not, you know, performing to the standards that they usually play for, it's still a very tight-knit ball game, and they're both still, you know, pretty good basketball programs here in this in-city rivalry, probably the biggest in-city rivalry in Topeka. Hyman gets a screen. Hyman looking to drive, kicked it inside. Foster ties the game.
Great Foster.
Tied at 45. Both teams in the bonus. 3:15 to go. Triplett up top. Get out to Muller. And Roeder will control it up top. Slowing it down is Hayden. Roeder outside. Looking for a screen. Has some spacing. Pump fakes the 3, and a good job for him not to take it. Here comes Triplett on the drive to the bucket, lays it in.
Very little defense on Triplett there. He just drove in, very uncontested, just easy bucket for Triplett as he's been doing that all night.
2:40 to go. Hyman. Foster. Hyman has some space, fires a three. That's short, but the long rebound goes to Foster. There's going to be a foul. Yes, there is on Pavarnik. Drayton Foster will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
That's Pavarnik's 4th foul. So
Unreal.
two players for the Hayden Wildcats are in foul trouble.
They'll have to check out. Noah Schneider will have to check back in. Drayton Foster 1-and-1. Crucial free throws with 2.5 to go. Has to at least hit the front end. It is up, and it is in.
Crucial points by Drayton Foster in crucial minutes.
Absolutely, as Drayton Foster with a chance to tie the game again. He did on the last possession with the layup. Reed Cowan checking to the scorer's table as he missed the free throw. Chasing after it was Kovashevsky, and he tipped it, but Hayden has it. And here they come. Triplett almost got away with a walk on the drive. Floater, no. Rebounded by Seaman. Chance to take the lead on this one. They are down by 1. Kovashevsky driving, pulling, no good off the glass. Rebounded by Hayden. Moeller got the deep pass inside, missed the layup. Rebound tipped. Moeller has it. Hayden with the lead. Triplett wide open, but doesn't take the open shot. Up 1 with 2 to go.
Hayden trying to slow it down here.
See if they can get a big shot.
Playing a 5 out of the arc, I should say.
They do slow it down, minute 45 to go. Triplett outside, guarded well, had to give it up to Moeller.
Trying to take as much time as off the clock here on this possession.
As they should. Roeder outside, wanted to pull up the 3, doesn't, minute and a half to go. Still working the perimeter. Moeller could have taken the open shot, but didn't with a minute 21 to go. Roeder's going to drive. Roeder's going to shoot. Roeder's going to miss and take it by Seaman. Timeout called. Craig Cox and the Vikings down by 1 with a minute 15 to go.
Yeah, this
what a crucial mistake.
Yeah, this is you get the miss there. They take all of this time off and miss.
Yeah.
Okay. They try to keep it to a 3-point game, so 3 only ties it, which. If we've seen Seaman tonight, they haven't been great shooting the 3, but that's a crucial timeout by Craig Cox there. I mean, you can do exactly what Hayden did. Take as much time as you can and, drain the clock as much as you can, and then try to find the open shot with seconds left on the clock.
Absolutely, they should. With a minute 15 to go, it is a really, really close game here at Seaman High School. And what a fun one we've had for you. 47-46 Hayden. Boy, what a fun game this has been here at Seaman High School. Here you are watching it live on SVTV Live, Seaman Viking Television here on YouTube. And what a great game this has been. Seaman did not have school today. There were some really bad wintry conditions outside. There still kind of are, but it's good to see this outing here from this Hayden fan base and this Seaman fan base.
So if I'm the Seaman Vikings, I'd probably try to look down low, as that's where majority of your points of that, which I'm surprised that we see.
Inside is Patterson. He lost the handle, and it's stolen away.
Not a smart pass there. Patterson could not find the ball.
I think that was intended for him, but the problem was he just could not get both hands on the ball. They got to try for a steal because they're going to look to drain some clock. Yeah, Craig Cox is trying to tell him to trap. Almost a turnover. Roeder outside, pump fakes. Now on the drive to the bucket, and a foul called inside. It is a non-shooting foul. They are in the bonus and 1-1 with 40.1 to go. John Roeder, the 5'11 senior. See if they can control him. A 1-1. Crucial free throws for Hayden. Front end. Missed! Rebounded by Seaman, but it's knocked away. Foster gets fouled!
So Foster again is going to get crucial free throws. He went 1 for 2. Last time it was crucial. try to hit both of them, take the 1 point advantage with 36.3.
It is a 1-and-1. It is the 8th team foul on Hayden. This is crucial. Drayton Foster knows how to get through pressure situations. Here's the front end. Missed! Rebounded by Hayden, and they've got a foul, or at least trap. They got to do something. Here's Triplett, and a foul called on Foster. He's out of the game. That's his 5th.
So Foster could not convert on the 1-and-1 situation. Now that could be a crucial.
Kobashevsky will have to check in for Drayton Foster, who fouled out of the game. It's a 9th foul on Seaman. It's a 1-and-1 situation for Hayden.
Vikes needing a miss here on the first one to keep it a 1-possession game. Well,
if he makes both, it's still a 1-possession game. However, these are the most crucial free throws. You can make it a little bit more difficult for Seaman. At the line is Vicario Triplett, 6'1" junior. And here we go.
It's getting rowdy here in Seaman High School.
28.7 to go. Front end. Missed. Rebound Hayden. They've got a foul, and they do. Noah Schneider coming in clutch, and it's a double bonus. They have 2 free throws. Unbelievable.
He just went around, I should say, Patterson, and just didn't have any contention, I should say, getting that rebound. Just
Noah Schneider at the line for 2. The 3rd foul on Patterson, not like it matters. First one, no good. Not over yet. 25.4 to go. To make it a 2-point game. It is no good. Rebound Seaman. They have a chance. Here comes Brewer wanting to push. Brewer has a lane. Inside, gets past. Offensive foul called on Dagan Brewer. Unreal. Oh my goodness. With 18.7 seconds to go, he hit the shot, but it will not count. Timeout Seaman. Unbelievable. The officiating has been questionable all game long. That's the nail in the coffin right there with 18 to go.
Yeah, and Brewer jab stepped, barely even touched him, and went up freely for the layup.
He did get him on the shoulder. I think that probably could have been a no call. That's unreal. That is unbelievable. It's not over yet, though. It's not over yet.
Still 18 seconds left.
Still 18 seconds. The chance to tie, take the lead later on.
Through the commotion, I couldn't see, but did Craig Cox get a warning called there?
Probably got a warning, but no technicals called. Unreal what has happened here at Seaman High School. It's Hayden's ball. It was a timeout called by Seaman.
Yeah, so they're not going to be shooting.
No, because it's an offensive foul.
So
offensive fouls do not warrant free throws.
They need a steal here.
If you foul, that's fine. Both makes would be still 1 possession. They got to hurry. A push-up! It's an offensive foul! Unreal!
Push off. Seaman's ball. 15 seconds left. 1 shot. Make it. You win.
Trey Pavarnik with the biggest mistake of the game. Timeout Seaman. They have a chance to win with 15 to go.
1 more possession. You had a costly, questionable call there against the Vikes. And now you have a mistake of any mistakes against Hayden. Vikes have another shot here.
Oh, they definitely do. 15 to go. We will have to see what happens here. It's a full timeout so we can all catch our collective breaths. I need to catch mine. Who gets the ball? Who gets the ball on the final shot?
I mean, if you look at it here, it's got to be Hyman or Bonner. Hyman is their lead scorer tonight. He's been able to make shots.
Brewer can do something as well.
Yeah, Brewer's been clutch tonight. I mean, especially in the fourth quarter. Brewer had that clutch shot that got called, off.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the youngins, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. 15 seconds to go. Will Seaman come out with their first win of the season, or will they come up short and give Hayden their third of the season? It is a 1-point game, 15 seconds to go. Here is your ball game.
Brewer's going to inbound here. Over to Kovaceski.
They could go on the other side, but they don't. Here's Kovaceski. He's looking in. They have Patterson. 8 to go. Here's Kovaceski on the drive, and it's knocked away. Bonner has it. It's loose. They got a foul. And a foul call with 1 second left.
The Vikes couldn't even get a shot up. And there's great defense by Hayden.
Double bonus. If they miss the second one, you have to call timeout immediately to set up a shot. At the line is Cole Chisholm. Missed the first. If he misses the second and they get the rebound, they have to call timeout. Well, I hope they have one left because he just called his second. Well, I hope Seaman has one left if he misses it.
Well, Vikes have had opportunities after miss of free throws from Hayden in these last crucial minutes. But it's a dire situation. You have to have someone, you got to have a rebound, a throw, cross court, and a shot.
Yeah.
Then you have 1 second left.
So if it's 1 second, and obviously on the rebound, about 2/10 will come off, so it has to be a catch and shoot if you can get one. So let's see what they do. Will he miss intentionally? If you miss intentionally, time comes off. If you make it, they have a chance to set up with 1 second left. Chisholm at the line.
No one's deep for the Vikings.
Well, no, and they can't be because if there's 1 second. If he makes it, 2-point game. He missed on purpose. Kovaceski is not even close on the full court shot, and that's your ball game. Kind of a poor strategy for Seaman. I would have called a timeout. Instead, he goes for the full court shot that wasn't even close. And that's it. Hayden wins 47-46. We hope you all enjoyed this game. And what has been a fun game for this one. Hayden comes out of this one winning by 1, 47-46. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was SVTV Live.